Now, Eyewitness News Sports with Myles Boyns.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? No more regular season. It is win or go home. Dodgers pulled a Reggie Miller on the Yankees as it was a choke job by New York. In just about over an hour, it's about to be on Division III AA SoCal Regionals. Frontier on the collision course as they get ready to host Murrieta Mesa. They can finally call themselves state champions, and they can finally say they are the top dogs on the mountain, and they can finally lay claim that everybody's going to remember the Titans. Now we're going to try to shoot some hoops, get some buckets. It says show me the money, so we're going to show you the bank shot. And here's a look at some of the prizes that you guys can win. You got some Batman, you got some Joker, Harley Quinn, some Pikachu. Pika! That was interference. That's goaltending. I think that should count. We're actually going to try to throw some baseballs. I personally never played baseball in my life, so you guys will have to bear with me. I usually talk about it. I was more of a football, basketball player, so let's give it a shot. Here we go. We have some breaking news. BC football has parted way with head coach Art Todd Littlejohn.
Your thoughts on Art Todd's news?
Yeah, I was definitely surprised. And you see the evolution of their offense.
Right.
Especially this season. And this past season, like you said, lost 5 games, but it was a combined 12 points.
Legendary music artist T-Pain performed during the New York Macy's Thanksgiving Parade.
I was surprised that I didn't see him do this.
Okay, Myles. Finally, at 11, it's an old school dance battle. Think you won?
No, I did not. Gonna bring out the Diesel. Shaq jumps over the 7-footer. That's so impressive. How do you jump over Shaq?
We both need to see who can do it better, me or you.
I ain't doing it, no. So,
I think I could do it.
I got bad knees, so
Okay.
maybe a trampoline, I have a chance. One of the top high school hoopers coming out of Kern County this year goes by the name of Bentley Waller. Having played all 4 years on varsity at Bakersfield Christian, Waller's senior year stood out, averaging 20.3 points per game, reaching the 1,000 career point mark, all while being named to Cali High Sports Division II First Team All-State. After accumulating a plethora of offers, he chose to stay home and play for Coach Rod Barnes at Cal State Bakersfield, who has known the Waller family since he moved out to Bakersfield 13 years ago.
I was excited. Once he and I had a talk and he came over to campus and we visited, and I'm excited about his future with us.
Bentley will be joining another familiar face, his older brother Kadar, who's been on the team for the past 2 seasons. With Kadar being over 4 years older than Bentley, this upcoming season will be the first time they can call each other teammates.
And it played a big part because some people don't even get to have this opportunity, and we never played with each other before, and so this was a chance for us to play together.
It just hit me the other day, it's crazy. I get a chance to play with my little brother. Most people don't be able to do that.
Both coming from BCHS, they played under head coach Garrett Brown, who noticed their potential early on.
Pretty excited that we've had both of those kids here at Bakersfield Christian, and just to see their maturation as student athletes. Not just athletes, but student athletes. Right? They're really good basketball players. They're really good students in the classroom, and they're really good young men off the floor.
Even though they started training together at a young age, their style of play is vastly different, with Bentley being more of a wing player and Kadar being more of a traditional point guard.
They definitely have some differences in their games, but in terms of similarities, they're both going to give you everything that they have, and they're going to play extremely hard for you.
The different style of play still calls for the same mindset.
We expect to win. That's the ultimate goal. Get a ring, bring a ring back to Bakersfield, push each other, get the best out of each other.
As you watch them grow and develop, you have a kind of sense when they were early on, if they continue to work and they stay on the right path, that they could be good college basketball players.
A day of family fun is what you can get when a monster truck tour comes into town. That's what people got to experience when Monster Thunder made a stop at the Kern County Fairgrounds. Not just watching from afar, fans also got the chance to ride in a monster truck as well as meet their favorite drivers. But it was the non-stop action that caught the eyes of young fans Jace Garrison and Estevan Sagun.
It's really cool to see them get out there and do all those jumps and stunts.
The stunts, definitely. You have to be very brave to get on these cars knowing that there's a risk. think that's the most important part of getting on, is that your bravery.
Another thing that plays a factor in the significance is the cool and different designs of each truck.
I like animals a lot, and over there, there's a lone wolf one, and I'm just excited because when you think of cars, you don't think of designs or animals, but that's a perfect example over there.
Not only were the fans in awe, the drivers also enjoyed soaking in the moment. Just ask Alden Blight.
It's definitely a dream come true, man. I mean, I was your average everyday kid playing video games at one point in my life, and now I'm out here pleasing fans and having the time of my life. So I feel pretty blessed, but I also have to keep a standard to keep my reputation going, so I'm going to try my absolute best for everybody.
The purpose of this event was to make sure fans left happy and entertained.
That's what it's all about, man. We're here to have fun. We want our fans to have fun, so we're here to just please everybody is what the goal is.
It's a shame on the CIF that they allow a state championship game to be played on a field like this, and the CIF should know better than this bull crap, because this is not what state championship games should be about.
A viral rant that brought more attention to high school football nationwide. Last December, the Shafter Generals football team played in their first ever state championship game against Orland. Not having the same privilege of schools like Liberty, who played at a top-notch facility in Saddleback College, the Generals were required to drive 5.5 hours north to Orland, which had questionable field conditions.
Watching what those kids were allowed to play on, and then looking down and watching what, my team was being made to play on, just really brought to bear that there's something not equitable about these two state championship football games.
As a result, State Senator Melissa Hurtado introduced Senate Bill 486, which would require the CIF to hold all state championship football games at a neutral site.
We think our government's just kind of this big conglomerate, right? And it is, but every once in a while you see something like this that affects you personally, and you're like, man, they really do some things that affect us little people out here in little rural California.
Kern County High School District Director of School Support Services Stan Green says he's working with the CIF to help sort this out.
We had two schools in a state championship game that had two completely different experiences. And if we're trying to provide experiences for our students on the biggest stage, then we want them to be comparable.
Perucci, along with two of his players, Ezekiel Osborne and Marion Sloan, took a trip to the state capitol where they spoke in front of a Senate subcommittee in attempts to bring equality to smaller schools.
The perfect happy ending is that all state championship football games are held at a neutral site, and just that the experience for everybody who gets the chance to go to a state championship football game is the same and just special for them.
But if they were to take away the little schools from playing at the other sites, they would lose the cash cow that we are, and it makes it tough on them. Which, I mean, if you're gonna do, my whole thing, just if you're gonna do it right, And right now they're not doing it right.
Proven not to shy away his opinion on the CIF's role in this situation.
When you're an organization that netted $1.1 million last year, $100,000 to make sure that you're doing things the right way for your student athletes, I think seems like a drop in the bucket.
Perucci still believes there's hope for a resolution.
They do a lot of great things. I don't want to take away the things that they do well. It's just sometimes they get out of whack a little bit, and it takes things like this to kind of get them back in order again.